Hi, Lake Grove family. Pastor Greg here with the Monday Video Devo from the Reservoir. This has just been a very impactful 15-month devotional journey of spiritual formation for many of us in our church family. I know that my wife Laura and I have benefited from our shared morning devotions over tea and coffee, and I hope the same has been true for you. I happen to be in Colorado right now as I record this video with a different member of my family, not Laura, but my daughter Ariel. She's teaching music out here, and I thought, why not? She's familiar to many of you, so I'll just include her in the video. This is the last week of our Reservoir Odyssey, and we are considering wonderful invitations from Jesus today, thinking about penetrating words from the evening of the Last Supper. I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. And I think these words have been a stumbling block for some people, perhaps sounding too exclusive, perhaps sounding dismissive of other religions or patterns of life, other ways of approaching God. And many of us might ask, well, what about those who have never even heard of Jesus? Is there no way that they can get to the Father, our Creator? Well, how about you, Ariel? Have you ever wondered about this? And let me take over this part now.
Hello, Lake Grove family. It's wonderful to be with you this morning and this glorious representation of the beauty and wonder of God. I've certainly wondered about this extensively. I think by nature, as humans, we tend to want to accommodate our other humans. We have this altruistic tendency, and we want to say, yes, of course, this way works. But God's pretty clear about that not being the case, and it's challenging to think about what if someone doesn't meet Jesus in their life. And so I've often wondered about what miraculous possibilities are designed by our Creator to provide for those individuals. God's clear about Jesus being the way, and God's also clear about unending, unconditional love for all humans. And so I think there's joy in wondering about the possibility of salvation.
Clearly you've thought about this before, and the devotion today was all about it, and I have a little more to say about that. Well, there's much that could be discussed about these profound words from Jesus, and I'd like to tackle them in some lengthier platform, a sermon or something. But for now, I'd just like to point us to the opening words of today's devotion from the great Scottish minister, evangelist, chaplain, Oswald Chambers. Remember, this week we're looking at invitations from Jesus, and that's how Chambers sees this passage from John 14. He says, Jesus Christ became incarnate for one purpose, to make a way back to God that people might stand before him as they were created to do, the friends and lovers of God himself. When Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, he's talking about, come with me, come my way, the way of truth. It's the way of real life. It's the way back to God the Father. And at the same time, we are monotheists. We do believe that the Judeo-Christian God is the one true God, and Jesus' words are very clear. No one comes to the Father except through him. Fortunately, you and I are not the ultimate arbiters of what that means. God is the one who evaluates the integrity with which people seek him and relate to him, and the ones who say yes to his invitation, in whatever form or tradition that may happen. And just as there are those who consider themselves Christian, to whom he will say, ultimately, depart from me, I never knew you, Matthew 7. Surely there will also be those who are not Christians, to whom he will say, come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom intended for you, from Matthew 25. And the sure way to avoid this paradox or uncertainty, the mystery of all this, is to accept Jesus' invitation to trust him and obey him as the way, the truth, and the life. I'm grateful for these last 15 months with the Reservoir because I think they have helped us better understand his way, his truth, and the abundant life he offers. God bless you.